Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures. Welcome back to this little unboxing video. I've been saving this box of goodies for weeks. I've had it sitting on me, looking at me on the shelf. I saw Tracy Fox doing an unboxing from this lady, LA Hay Treasures. And I couldn't help myself. I went ahead and ordered myself. It's a mystery box that she does. And I thought I'd save it right till the end, make it my very last video to make before I moved. So all the craft room is now packed up. I wanted to just save this and do this as a little treat to myself before I moved. However, although this is the last video I'm going to make, this is not the last video you're going to see, because I've actually filmed ahead all my videos well into November. They've all been scheduled, they've all been done. So all the videos you see after today have already been made by today, if you see what I mean. Because I wanted to get them all made and scheduled before the wedding. And one of the things I wanted to, the reason I was going to do this after the wedding is so I could just give you a little idea of what it was like and what a wonderful day we had. And then finish off by unboxing these goodies. Because the wedding was Sunday, just gone. And so I thought, well, if I just do a little video just after the wedding, get this uploaded, and then all the other videos are already scheduled for you to see. Yeah, it was the most wonderful day. Hannah and George were just so happy. It just shone out from them. It was, I was kind of overcome with emotion many times and couldn't speak some of the time because it was just so magical, and she looked so happy. It just was fabulous. The colours, there was all the beautiful warm burgundies and oranges and golds, all the lovely rich autumnal colours everywhere, in the flowers and in all the decor, and it was just wonderful. And yeah, it was a great day, and I've just brought a couple of little pictures to show you, just so you get an idea of how it all looked. The bridesmaids were fabulous. They really looked after her. They'd got everything planned. They kept us all plied with, while we were getting ready in the morning, because we were all together all morning. The bride, me, and then the three bridesmaids kept us plied with food and Bucks Fizzes, but not too much. And none of us were. We were all able to enjoy the wedding without having too much effect of the Bucks Fizz. So yeah, I just thought I brought a couple of pictures just to show you, so you could see what how gorgeous she was. Or how gorgeous they all were. So this one is Hannah and George tying the register, and a certain small person who you may have heard of, one young Alyssa, managed to climb onto her uncle's lap. She loves her uncle, and get herself in on the act, which I thought was really cute. So and she looked adorable that day. She was flower girl. She walked down the aisle with her mum, yeah, she was lovely, although she did get a bit crazy later on and went a bit over the top and was running around manically all afternoon and most of the evening as well. And then here's one of my gorgeous two girls. So it's my Hannah with my Jenny, who was maid of honour, and she was wonderful. She really looked after her little sister. She was fabulous on the day. I think she thoroughly enjoyed it as well. And you can see the colour scheme that Hannah was going for in her bouquet and in her bridesmaids. So yeah, they looked gorgeous together. And it just was wonderful. And then there's just a little picture of me with my girl. So that's me in my outfit, being mother of the bride, and very, very proud to be so. And yeah, she was just glowing. That happy smile was on her face from morning till night that day, and it was just so lovely to see. She thoroughly enjoyed it. They both did. Thoroughly enjoyed the day. All went as planned. They planned it really, really well. There were spreadsheets. There was a PowerPoint for the caterers and all sorts. It was so well planned, and it all went beautifully. So yeah, they were very happy. They even, and it was typical Hannah and George, they do everything together. They're a great couple. They even did the wedding speech together, whereas normally it's the groom. So my husband, he did a lovely speech, father of the bride speech. Got everybody laughing, and then got everybody smiling at the end. And he finished it beautifully. And then George stood up to do the groom speech, and then Hannah stood up with him, and they did it as a little two-hander, and it was very typical them to do everything like together. And that went really well. They did a beautiful job of that. So yeah, it was a fabulous day, and we all thoroughly enjoyed it, and we're all buzzing from it still. And that was 2 days ago. We're all very tired, of course, at the end, and I lost my voice. I could hardly speak yesterday because there'd been a lot of talking and a lot of singing and dancing at the end. So anyway, I could go on about this all afternoon, but I won't. I won't bore you with too many details, just to let you know that everything went beautifully. And now I have a wonderful new son-in-law. In fact, that's what I kept saying to him. Every time I see him, I say, hello, son-in-law. And he says, hello, mother-in-law. And then we have a hug, and it's lovely. Because he has a lovely family. His parents did a fantastic job, were really great help on the day and the days before getting things ready. His mum grew many of the flowers that were used for the wedding. And did a lot of the arranging. They did have a florist, but she did some of the other bits that, the florist did the bouquets and the formal stuff in the ceremony, but his mum did a lot of decorating around the venue, which was lovely. So it was a real family affair, very personal to them. They did a lot of things themselves, and it really made it a lovely, lovely day. So having said that, I must move on because I could just carry on, as I say, talking all day about how wonderful it was. But I think you got the picture. So I'll move on to do my little unboxing of this box of goodies that I've been dying to look at for weeks. I think it's been weeks. It's been sitting on my shelf, and I've been just packing everything around it, thinking eventually I'll get to open it. All I've done was undo the wrapper so I could get it out. So now I have to. Ooh, look at this! I mean, it's like a little wedding gift in itself, isn't it? And it's always got like a wax seal on here with her name, L.A. Hay Treasures. Isn't that lovely? I'm going to have to apply the scissors to this, I think, because it's not going to come undone otherwise. Isn't that pretty? So beautifully packaged. I love things when they just go that extra mile to make the whole experience of opening it a bit special, like you're opening a wonderful present. So this is quite exciting. So now we have, unless I don't know if you've I think possibly the videos you've seen up until now, I wouldn't have had a moving date. So just to let you know, this is now the 25th of October is today. We're moving on the 3rd of November, so next week, which is why I've got all my packing is all done now, and we've only got the last just over a week to go, just to get the house clean and tidy and ready to move. So that will be happening very soon. Oh my goodness, look at that! Wow, that is just fabulous. I did not expect it to be so beautiful. I mean, I saw the one that Tracy opened, but I thought it was specially for her because she, she was going to do a video to show it. So I thought she'd put a little extra packaging and made it extra beautiful for her. But this is beautiful. Gosh, I'm going to keep this box. It's just the packaging is just fabulous. There we go. Oh my goodness. So yeah, there's a nice little note. Oh gosh. Look at this. It's just, wow, look. It's like a little velvet pouch. I mean, the packaging is just amazing. Absolutely amazing. And lots of little goodies thrown in. Oh, I don't know where to start. It's so exciting. And everything's sealed with her special wax seal. Oh, it just says for you. So she's got different wax seals on different things. Oh, I hardly like to, I don't like to open it. Oh, it's just pulling away a little bit. That's it. That's coming away quite nicely. Right, let's just open this one first of all. I might just put the box just to the side. So I've got a bit of room to get things out. I've got little bits of flowers and little twinkly bits all over the place. It's just such a lovely experience just to open all this stuff. Oh, what we got in here? Oh, it looks like a sort of possibly a washi strip. I think it might be a strip of washi stickers, I think. I'm not always right. What does it say? It says, masking tape. So it's like a tape. It's quite wide, but it's really pretty. Look, I don't know if you can see that. I'm hoping I've not got too much glare from the window. But there's flowers, all different flowers all the way down. And that is just gorgeous. It's just so different from anything you could just buy. That is just lovely. I'm hoping you can see that. It's kind of a little bit bent up where it's been folded, but that is really pretty. So I'm just going to put that to one side. And then I've got this little pouch here. It's like a little pocket. And it's just everything is strewn with these cute little flowers. I'll have to keep those all together and put them in a bag or something. And it's full of all these different tickets, and these are great. I'm not sure if that belongs there or not, but I'm just going to. I think it just got caught in there. Look at that. I mean, it's just so beautifully decorated. These could go straight into a journal, just like this. That is lovely. And all these really pretty tickets. There's floral ones, really lovely, all different colours. Isn't this wonderful? Oh, I think I'm going to be wanting to use these as soon as I get my craft room set up in my new house. I'm going to possibly be doing some makes just with all this stuff. Well, it's hard to know. I have no idea how long it'll take me to get myself set up. I'm back in action again, and it's possible that I will just go straight into Christmas mode by the time I do, because I say we're moving in the 3rd of November. I very much doubt if I'll be making videos much before the end of November. But actually, you've got videos already scheduled till almost the end of November anyway, so you'll hardly notice I've gone. And I'll be back. And these are just really lovely. Gosh, this is going to keep me going for ages. Little raffle tickety things. And some of them are perforated, so you can tear them into separate things. Look at these. Aren't they? Oh, they're just amazing. There's just so much of it. This is fabulous. Well, I don't know how easy this will be to get hold of these. I don't know if she ships internationally. I have no idea. I know a lot of the Etsy shops in the US, a lot of the ones that Gail features actually don't ship to the UK. So quite often we can't get hold of the things that are shown on particularly on her video, because I know she does a lot of Etsy shares. And quite often the Etsy shops involved don't ship to the UK, or the shipping is far too expensive for me to manage. So it is quite nice to find an Etsy shop in the UK that does these wonderful things, because these are the sort of things you can't really get hold of over here very easily. At least I've never found anywhere, but I'm sure there are places. So I was quite grateful to Tracy for doing this this unboxing of this little UK Etsy shop that does all these beautiful things, because I just couldn't wait. I was like on the laptop virtually as soon as I watched the video ordering one. I just couldn't help myself. It's too exciting. Oh wow, look at all, this is labels, a whole bunch of different labels. Looks like they're ones that she's done herself. I don't know, but look at, yes, I'm sure. So there's some with on craft, and it looks like they've been stamped and cut out by the lady herself. I don't actually know what her name is. It's just L.A. Hay Treasures, but I don't know quite what her actual name is. I'm so sorry if you know, please tell me, because I don't think I made a note of it when I watched Tracy's video. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of really pretty labels. So some are kind of slightly off-white. They're not really white, they're kind of slightly off-white. And some on this lovely craft. Oh, isn't that pretty? Look at that. They're just so different and individual. You know, instead of having a whole pack of one the same, every single one is different. That's wonderful. But I'm going to have to make lots of new folders, I think, holders. You know, these little books I use for my stamps and my labels that I make myself. I'm going to need to make another one just for all this lot, I reckon. So yeah, I have so many things I need to make when I set up my new craft room, just to house some of these beautiful things. Right, I can't help myself. I need to see what's in this little velvet pouch. Isn't that adorable? There's something interesting in here. Can't really see. Just got to pull it. Just get it out. See what it is. Oh, there we go. What's this? Oh, look, it's like a mini journal. Oh wow, look at that. That is so cute. Take it out of its packaging. Oops, just take that out. And it's got, I think it's got like a little key, like a little holder thing. You can attach it. I suppose you could attach it to a purse or to a journal. Look at that. Quite sure what is that? Oh, I see. Oh, right. So it just, oh, I hardly dare to undo it, but I'm going to because I want to see what it's like inside. It's just on this little elastic. It's a kind of like a soft suede fabric. Yeah, there is. It's a little leather suede. Yeah, it's a bit leather actually. I think it's just a little tiny bit of leather. And a little tiddly widdly journal. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? Wow, the work that's gone. I mean, she must have made these. The work that's gone into that. That's fabulous. Let's see if I can. Oh yeah, got them. Isn't that cute? Oh, wow. I mean, this is so different. It's been such a while since I saw Tracy's video when she was introducing these mystery boxes. I had no idea what was going to be in it. I'd completely forgotten because I'm very good at forgetting things as soon as I've seen them. Right, this is on a peg, and it's like a really pretty soft twine in a very pale pink. That is really sweet. That'd be nice for wrapping around a journal, or you could just decorate. You can add it to snippets and things like that. That's really lovely. What I've got here. Well, this looks like it could be a chocolate box, doesn't it? Box of chocolates, but I'm sure it'll actually be much more fun than just chocolates. Oh, there's another little, oh, I say, there's another little bag in here. Look at this. Oh my goodness. I mean, the thought and the effort that's gone into just the packaging for this stuff. I mean, there's still got a whole load of stuff to get through. I hope I can do it in the sort of, within the time that I normally allow for a video. Oh, well, this is so much fun. What is in here? Oh, look. Wow. It's on a kind of clip on the back. I suppose you could clip this onto a tag or but it'd go onto the front of a journal. That is so beautiful. Look at that. That is lovely. Wow. Just sit it on the desk in front of me. Right, I've got all these flowers. Look, she just sprinkled the whole box with just really cute little flower die cuts. That is lovely. I should gather those all up and put them in a little box. Right, so there's another little package, beautifully wrapped, as they all have been. It's just a shame to take it all apart, because I'm sure I won't be able to get it all back together as beautifully as she's made it. And it's wrapped in a lovely doily, which of course I can use. I can see there's a few doilies in there. They're really handy. I always love a doily. Right, what have we got? Little pieces of book page, I think. Oh, yeah. All sorts of bits of book page of different colours. That's a lovely kind of cream colour. Nice and thick as well. Really lovely. These are great. Nice size. Just a whole bunch of them, all different colours, a few different things. There's a bit from the Bible, and a couple of pics of birds. There are a couple of geese. So a lovely picture of a Canada goose that would look lovely on a journal card, and then a white-fronted goose. So these are great. Oh, that's a lovely collection. Very easy to use. Put that there. Trying to keep everything, all the little different parts of this together. Just going to put that to one side. My little, oh, they've got these lovely little pouches, and my goodness. Okay, there's another bigger package here, more little floral die cuts. I'm just going to keep them all in a little pile. Oh, there's another one of these. Oh no, I've got two packages. Right, so there's this one. Got a beautiful flower, and again, I love, she's got some beautiful wax seals. That is gorgeous. It's got a little a lady's face on there, and it's just so lovely. A sort of oval shape. And she's used some beautiful papers like scanned lace, I think, that she's used it for the paper, which is really pretty. And another doily at the top. Now, I'm going to have to somehow get into this without, I don't know if I'll, is this glued? I might be able to just tease that off so I don't spoil the wax seal. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. It is glued on a bit. I can probably use that bit of the doily. I might be able to use the whole thing, but I can certainly use a bit of it. Just don't want to spoil it all. Okay, I've had to tear this a little bit, but I can still use that half of the doily, can't I? Because it's only the pretty bits around the edge that we actually use, so there we are. I've managed to save that little bit because it's such a pretty doily. Now, how do I get into this? Oh, how good, it's open at the top. What's in here? Oh, look at this. Rose gold bookmark chain. Isn't that beautiful? That would be lovely in a journal or just in a book, but how gorgeous is that? Can you see? I hope it's not catching the light too much. So it's like a crescent moon on a chain, and it's all in rose gold. That is really pretty. Oh my goodness. Put this to one side. And the next one, oh my goodness, look at this. Ephemera and memo page. Mixture set. Right. Oh wow. There's all sorts of bits and pieces in here. I'm almost afraid to get them out because they've been so beautifully packaged. So there's a variety of little pieces of little journaling spots, labelly bits. Look at those. We've got a larger sort of really pretty labels. That's a really pretty one. Look at this. Hello Today in a green. There's some bigger labels on the craft. And look at this pocket. I mean, it's a double pocket covered with lace on the edges. I'm really quite nervous to take any out because it was just so beautifully done. So it's just a whole load of really useful bits and pieces that you can pop into pockets, in journals. I'll just take all these bottom ones out first, and then so you can see, oh my goodness, how much has she stuffed into this pocket? It's incredible. What's this? I'm intrigued by this. Oh, look at that. Freedom for me. The world kisses me with pain and asks me to repay it with songs. Wow. Oh, look. Isn't that lovely? It's like a handmade paper with a really delicate blue flower on. I mean, these are just amazing. Oh, back in 1987, the year my daughter was born, my eldest daughter. Right, so, I don't know if I can even get these back in now. I might just leave them there and do that afterwards. So you can see, I won't get them all out because I'll never get them all back in, but there are just so many gorgeous things in here. Right, what have we got in here? Just trying to put a couple of bits out. It is stuffed really tight. So you get the idea. This is going to be so much fun to play with. Oh, another one of those handmade papers, look. So pretty. Okay, so I'm going to have to try and get all those back into those little pockets afterwards. Oh, I'll just put it there. I haven't finished. There's a couple more packages to go. Look at this one. I mean, you can see that a lot of this is handmade by the lady herself. She's done a fabulous job. That's so gorgeous. Some nice ideas for how to seal up your envelopes. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? And it's like a little photo. Oh, look at this. It's a little concertina pouch. Absolutely stuffed full. More labels. So there's a lovely pile of labels. I think these are label stickers. These feel like they're stickers. And then in the middle one we have, ooh, little selection of really pretty frames. Look at these. Oh, they're lovely. You could put something like put some acetate on the back of those, and then you could make them into like a shaker card or something, I expect. Not that I've had much luck making that kind of thing, but I might give it a try. Put it onto a page with some acetate. Oh, they're lovely. And that's the middle pocket, and then what we got in the front pocket. All right, so these are more like, they're like little journaling spots really. I think they feel a bit like they might be stickers as well. Not sure. Slightly shiny, slightly smooth on the back. I have a feeling that could be, these could be stickers as well. Sort of labely things. Nice for doing, doing a little bit of journaling or a date. And there's those. So yeah, it's a lovely little selection, isn't it? And I love this little pouch. That's so gorgeous. I just thought it was an envelope, but it's so much more. Right, I'm going to pinch that idea because I love the way that's sealed up. It's so easy to get around. I'm just seeing, did she sew it? Or I'll have to look later to see if she's sewn it on or if she's stuck it on, but just done a little bit of sewing there anyway. Put a little bit of thread through the button. Isn't that pretty? This stuff is just so gorgeous. Right, and then there's a big one. Oh, there's a little doily right on the bottom of the box. You see, there's still all these lots of little flowers and things floating around in the bottom, and there's a doily with her name on the bottom, L.A. Hay Treasures. I will, if I remember, I will try and provide a link to her Etsy channel at the bottom of this video. But first of all, I've got to get into this last little package. Again, I don't want to spoil it. So I may just try and ease this seal away from the paper if I can. And even the packaging is just in itself is a treasure. All right, we're in. Let's see what's in here. Ooh, oh, look at these. These are, what do you call them? Masks. Stencils, that's the word. Isn't that, look at that. You can see that quite nicely on the black. That is really lovely. Wow. And there's another one, which is even more lovely. These are fabulous. I haven't got anything like this. Wow, I am so impressed with this box. This is just amazing. Everything has been so beautifully curated and put together and packaged and thought about. I mean, she's put so much work into this. This is just fabulous. And it's just called a mystery box, so you don't know what you're getting, which is actually fine by me. I love a surprise. I love a mystery box. It may not be the last mystery box I buy, just for the sheer pleasure of opening all these gorgeous packages. This is just amazing. If I can find her name, I will put that in the description box below as well as the link to her Etsy. Oh my goodness, to her Etsy shop. But yeah, this is just an absolutely wonderful collection of goodies, which I can't wait to play with, but I'm going to have to because, yeah, I'm going to have to pack it all up again now and pack it away to move because I've only got a week to go. Oh my goodness. You know, we would get sort of thought, well, we'll just concentrate on the wedding for a few days, forget about moving, and enjoy that those few days, which have been absolutely fabulous. But now life is going to seriously impinge on us again as we have to get ourselves ready. And there's another quite big event happening this week as well. My husband retires at the end of this week. It's his very last week of work, so that's quite a big deal for him. And so it's just in time. The wedding and the retirement we managed to get those both out of the way before the move date happened, because we weren't in a huge amount of control about the move date. We could say we didn't want it just before the wedding, but after that we just had to go with it, and if it had been this week we'd have had to go with that. But we were fortunately that the date that everybody agreed was next week, so that's really made life much easier for us and gives us a chance to really get ourselves together and ready to go. So there it is. There's all my delicious goodies from LA H Treasures. LA Hay Treasures. Where's the name? I don't know if you can see it. Where's it gone? It's on the packaging, so I can just show you one last time. LA Hay Treasures. That is the name of the Etsy shop. I mean, even on the outside of the plastic packaging, she's put a really beautiful label. I mean, this lady does not miss anything. And she's put a label with my name on. That's just fabulous. I mean, I just bought this. She has no idea that I'll be doing an unboxing on video or anything like that. This is just how you get it. That's what she does for everybody. So I am very impressed. So thank you very much for joining me. And next time, you'll see quite a lot of videos that I've already done. But next time I make a video that you see, it'll be in my new craft room. So goodness knows what we'll be doing. But I will be back as soon as I can get myself sorted. So see you then. Bye for now.